Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Warriors have several injury problems to face the Dallas Mavericks. The Warriors are wavering this season, and for today's game they are dealing with several injury problems, with Moses Moody already completely ruled out of the game and Stephen Curry having an unexpected neck injury and is unlikely to be able to play. And Andrew Wiggins is questionable. These injury problems led the board to be aggressive at the commercial deadline, and a signing has already been made, which is Dennis Schroeder. Steve Kerr is having a lot of work to put together a starting quarterback that can overcome the Dallas Mavericks. The Golden State Warriors face off against the Dallas Mavericks in a game that many fans around the world should be excited to see. Unfortunately, it seemed like the Warriors were getting a relatively healthy Steph Curry, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Anthony Slater of The Athletic revealed that Golden State Warriors guard Steph Curry is questionable against the Mavericks with inflammation in the neck area. Via @Anthony Slater, Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins are questionable tomorrow versus Mavericks. Adductor tightness and not the ankle for Wiggins. Sounds like inflammation in neck area for Curry. Moses Moody remains out. Needless to say, this new Curry injury has gotten Warriors fans very antsy. Some are beginning to wonder whether or not 36-year-old Curry is finally starting to feel the effects of his age. Some Warriors fans have gotten so jaded by the team's recent injury news that they're already willing to accept that Curry just won't play tomorrow against the Mavericks. Draymond Green makes honest Kyrie Irving statement before Mavs-Warriors game. On Sunday evening, the Golden State Warriors will host Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks in San Francisco. Irving comes into the night averaging 24.0 points, 4.8 rebounds, 5.2 assists, and 1.3 steals per contest while shooting 50.4% from the field and 47.4% from the three-point range in 23 games. Before the game, Warriors star Draymond Green spoke about the challenges of guarding Irving. Green, via the Draymond Green Show with Baron Davis, he can score from anywhere. With Kyrie, it's everywhere on the court, because he is an elite-level scorer at every level on the basketball court. As crazy as this sounds, BD, Luka probably has more offensive deficiencies than Kyrie. Kyrie literally does not have a deficiency on the offensive end. It's crazy. The Mavs and Warriors last faced off in November. Irving had 21 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists, while shooting 8 of 13 from the field and 1 of 3 from the three-point range in 36 minutes of playing time. That said, the Warriors won by a score of 120-117. Green finished the victory with 11 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals and 2 blocks while shooting 3 of 6 from the field and 2 of 4 from the three-point range in 32 minutes of playing time. Green and Irving have faced off in the NBA Finals multiple times during their careers. The Warriors went 2-1 in those matchups. Irving had one of the most famous shots in NBA history when he made the game-winning three in Game 7 of the 2016 Finals. Golden State Warriors player ruled out for Mavs game. On Sunday, the Golden State Warriors will host the Dallas Mavericks at the Chase Center in San Francisco. For the game, the Warriors will remain without one of their role players, as Moses Moody has been ruled out. The former Arkansas star also missed the team's last game, so this will be his second straight out of action. Via Underdog NBA, Moses Moody, knee, ruled out for Sunday. Moody is averaging 7.4 points and 1.9 rebounds per contest, while shooting 42% from the field and 36.6% from the three-point range in 23 games. He is in his 4th season with the franchise. Via ESPN's own Young Masuk on Saturday, Steve Kerr said Moses Moody did not practice and remains out. Even though Curry has been frequently listed on injury reports, he's only missed 5 out of 24 games for the Golden State Warriors this season. By all accounts, Curry has been relatively reliable and healthy. Warriors landed Schroeder, but a good deal isn't good enough for Curry. Here's the thing with strength in numbers. You need numbers. And lately, the Golden State Warriors have been lacking in that department. DeAnthony Melton's season-long injury and the NBA's endemic string of absences left the Warriors running a gasp 9-man rotation in recent games. This team needed reinforcements, and it got one on Saturday, trading the injured Melton and some second-round draft picks to the Brooklyn Nets for firebrand German point guard Dennis Schroeder. Anthony Slater of The Athletic first reported the news. The Warriors' interest in Schroeder is hardly new. The guard has been a thorn in the Dubs' side for years. It's not quite if you can't beat M, join M for the Warriors, but there's sound logic in enlisting the players who annoy you most to play. Schroeder will bring much of what Melton was meant to provide Golden State, that it's almost eerie. Their roles should be identical. The German is a willing and effective three-point shooter who can play both on and off ball on offense. And, my goodness, he is a pest on defense. He's only 6'1", but he has a 6'8" wingspan, and he's as sharp as a tack on the court. His errors are ones of commission, not omission. There is absolutely zero downside to this trade in a vacuum. A couple of second-round picks for a perfect Melton replacement, or perhaps even an upgrade? The Warriors will never think about those picks again. The question isn't if Schroeder is a good pickup for the Warriors. He absolutely is, and Saturday's business was high-grade work from Warriors general manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. for a negligible cost. The Warriors are just as good as they were before Melton's injury. Last time I checked, the Warriors were in first place in the West before Melton was sidelined for the season. Such lofty seeding is no longer on the table for this team. The early season boost has been extinguished. Returning to that form is certainly a good idea. It beats the 5-8 record the Warriors have posted since Melton's exit. But is a good trade good enough for the Dubs to turn this season into something truly special? Is adding a strong depth piece a closer, like Schroeder, going to solve the Warriors' most significant issue, which is a lack of a clear-cut number 2 to Steph on offense in crunch-time scenarios? I can say this, Schroeder isn't going to shy away from the big moment. He wants to have the ball in his hands in such a circumstance. Again, errors of commission. Warriors unwilling to include former champion in deal for Heat star. The Golden State Warriors have a mutual interest in acquiring Miami Heat star Jimmy Butler. However, their interest is not high enough to compel them to trade their former All-Star Andrew Wiggins for him at the moment. Right off the bat, Andrew Wiggins would need to be included in any structure of a Butler deal, which is something the Warriors are not sold on, sources said. Wiggins has been a huge part of the team's core since arriving during the 2019-20 season, and the former first overall pick is having arguably his best season since Golden State won their last title in 2022. In a perfect world, bringing Butler on board would only maximize the tail end of the Warriors' championship window if Wiggins rounds out their potential Big Four alongside superstar Stephen Curry and anchor Draymond Green. Ingratiating Butler into the mix without Wiggins in town would counteract their pressing need for a third elite shot maker. Wiggins may be too key to Warriors' MO to let go of. Wiggins is playing well for Golden State this season. The Kansas product 17.2 points, 4.4 rebounds, 2.3 assists, and 1 steal per game are nearly an exact carbon copy of the peripherals he boasted in his lone All-Star campaign back in 2021-22. He's doing so in only 28.6 minutes a night while shooting a career-high 42.7% from three-point range. The Canadian talent gives the Dubs underrated rebounding, excellent scoring from all three zones of the floor, and stout on-ball defense. Butler does much of the same, while being one of the more remarkable playoff performers in recent years. While the Marquette product would also drastically improve the Warriors in the distribution department and amplify their fast break attack, Golden State will need to put together a sizable trade package excluding Wiggins to stack their deck and acquire the former ahead of the trade deadline.